What's up? What's up?
Hey, yo.
You live, boy? What's going on?
What's going on, Doc?
Yeah, man, we had a little technical difficulty on that YouTube, man. I just figured that out later on, man. Maybe the next go around, man. You doing all right today, E-Merc?
That's right. Hey, man, before we dive in too deep, I was just scrolling some shows. Anything in particular besides the Clone Wars that you filming on lately?
Well, you know, I know I'm a devoted man, so I stick with my genre, man. So you know, right now, Clone Wars is that thing I'm dealing with, man. How about you? What you gaming on now?
It's a couple shows I saw that were pretty good. That show with I forgot the dude's name that played Thor, called Extraction.
Yeah,
it's pretty good. It's on yeah, it's pretty good. It's pretty good. And there's another one I watched that was also on Netflix. It's called something Lives.
Where?
Let's see. Dangerous Lives. Yeah, Dangerous Lives. It's pretty good too.
Oh, okay then.
Just something to wet your throat. If you're in the mood for some action or some drama.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
We got one eye open over here on Facebook, man. You want to start this thing off, man?
Let's kick it, man. Go ahead.
What's up? Facebook. We're actually going live on one platform tonight. We're having technical difficulties for that YouTube side. We'll just drop a video later, man, if you guys want to support it. Sci-Fi Eggheads, just like the sign says right here behind me. Brand new channel brought to you by yours truly, Yavo, aka Django 3000, my counterpart.
And I am E. Murph. And we are talking about the latest episode of the Clone Wars. It's the next to the last episode. Series finale coming up next week. And the title was Shattering. It's shattering. Just shattering. So my question is this. Yeah, shattering. So this is my question. Because I know you're always ready to dive into this. But before we do, I just got this one question about the title. Did that title mean that it was the shattering of the Jedi Order, or did it mean it was the shattering of people's faith in the Jedi?
You know what, man? I don't have my third eye open as wide as you have yours, bro. You know, that title it can be considered something prophetic, man. But yeah, if you look at it, man, think about it. You had hopes that was shattered. You had a nation that was shattered. You had a war that was brought to an end. You had a lot of things that were shattered for the most part, man. But and you know what? I really wasn't drawn to the title as much as my dislike of the episode itself, man. But I'm gonna let you have fun with it. You know, since this is a review, you know, first and foremost, did you even like the episode?
Okay, if I give it an honest review, I would give it maybe like a 7.5, 8 out of 10. And I'm gonna tell you why. You know me, I'm always the type of guy where I want a mix of action and a mix of good storyline. So the number one thing that I was looking for is to see if it was going to tie in the actual movies with the storyline they've been building with the Clone Wars. And it's been doing okay with that. It's still some inconsistency, but it's doing okay. But I was left a little wanting on the action, even though Darth Maul, he is going down the hallway, mimicking some of Darth Vader moves, but I think that they should have gave me a little bit more of that, because it really was a sad, dreary episode. Other than that, it was one of those that they try to make you tear-jerk, but you can't tear-jerk in an action movie or action show. So that's my assessment. I think that they're coming along on trying to tie everything together with the Order 66, tying up some loose ends, answering some unanswered questions from the movie. But you can't sacrifice the action. That's what it built. What you think? What you ate?
I wish I had 2 more hands so I can give it 4 thumbs down. I hated it, man. Not because it wasn't a good episode, an entertaining episode to watch. Granted, it was a great episode as far as action, excitement, but it's story driven. And the thing about it is, the way they did that episode, it just opened up another plot, man. It just opened up another hole to be filled. Instead of just filling a hole that everybody's already having problems dealing with. First and foremost, I love this guy. Dave Filoni, man. He's doing a great job, man. I don't think they could have asked for a better person to spearhead this whole Star Wars universe, man. So I'm not going to take anything away from what he's doing, because I'm almost certain this guy knows emphatically what he's doing. So I'm just going to put my little trail of tears out there because I did not get what I wanted to see. You know what I mean? So I'm gonna say this. When I watched that video, the only thing I thought was, so Ahsoka is the reason why all these Jedis had to die.
I get where you're going, but go ahead. I partially see that, but go ahead.
I mean, this woman. Okay, it starts out. All right, let's put it to you. Let me put it to you like this. Okay, the last few episodes of Star Wars: The Clone Wars, in my opinion, have all been about Ahsoka, and it seems that they're using this platform to push whatever adventure series or whatever they got going on regarding where she's going in the Star Wars universe. But she's not a favorite of mine. It's just a character on a cartoon series, and I have no ties to this character. Yet by watching the Clone Wars, she's become a significant significant element regarding this series. Okay, with that being said, okay, I guess they're gonna push her down the storyline to where it actually binds with the Mandalorian storyline. You know what I mean? I can see that coming. And then with all the recent news with Rosario Dawson and all that kind of stuff, I'm looking forward to that, man. But it's like they're making her the most important element in the series, when, in my opinion, I think Anakin is supposed to be that person. He's the chosen one. You know what I mean? Why isn't the last few episodes devoted into not only closing some of those gaps, but just giving it more momentum? I mean, we saw him get turn to the dark side, but it wasn't a slow change. It was a real fast change. One day you Anakin, next day you Darth Vader. You know what I mean? That's what we got with George Lucas. He could have devoted these last few episodes in building that character a little bit more, making it more emotional. Making it more understandable why he would change. Come on, man. You've been a Jedi your whole life, and all of a sudden, man, a few kind words to you is gonna make you change the way you live your life. That just wasn't. That didn't sit well with me. But
Let me
now
add
we're
one
finding.
little thing before you leave that point. Let
Go
me
ahead.
add one little thing before you leave that point. That was the problem I had with last episode, number 10, and it was, which I mentioned briefly. He goes from negotiating between Ahsoka and who was that she was arguing with? Might have been Mace. He's negotiating. No, Obi-Wan. He goes between negotiating between Ahsoka and Obi-Wan to all of a sudden he's murdering babies in a kindergarten.
Yeah, I mean, it
That's
wasn't
a
no
big
development,
change.
man. You know, this could have been that time we got to develop that character more, man, so we could actually see how he became this force choking tidal wave of destruction, man. You know what I mean? I just didn't get it with the other films, but watching movies like Rogue One and what have you, it just made me want to see more of Vader. Made me want to see more of his story. Let me see more of why he's the most powerful Jedi at that time. You know what I mean? This could have been the time, man. We didn't get that, man. What did we get? We found out that Ahsoka Tano is the reason why all these Jedi had to be killed. I know you're
Go ahead
saying,
and tell us why
okay,
you think that is.
okay, here it is. She met Maul on Mandalore during the siege of Mandalore, right? And he pretty much broke down the whole scheme that Sidious had plotted against the galaxy, right? She dropped names, man. She told everything, man. Everything that was going to happen, man. He told her, man. She knew this thing. He even told her that all this stuff revolved around Anakin Skywalker and what he would initially become, right? She had that foreknowledge, right? Where she gets with the council after she catches, you know what? That still don't sit well with me, man. Padawan learner take down Darth Maul, man, bring him to justice, man.
And you saw the way he was on fire. The way he was on fire coming down that hall. Didn't even need a lightsaber.
Yeah, man. I mean, this is how powerful Maul is. Yet Ahsoka Tano is the one that. I'm gonna leave that alone. I talked about enough of that last broadcast, man. So I'm gonna leave that alone, man. All right, bygones are bygones, right? Well, he told Ahsoka Tano the whole script. Well, she meets with the Jedi Council, and it's pretty much they setting it up. Okay, the first thing that Mace Windu says is there's a plot to destroy the Jedi. Okay, a plot to destroy the Jedi. Yet you hear that, and you would not tell Yoda that everything hinges on what happens to Anakin Skywalker. If Yoda could have talked to Anakin, guess what? They would have never sent him to be with Emperor Palpatine. Thus, he would have never been drawn to the dark side, man. He would have been the Anakin that we know now forever. Yet she didn't tell. Guess what? Everything transpired. Because the whole mission was because Anakin was close to Palpatine, put him next to Palpatine and spy on him. Okay? If they knew for a fact that Anakin was going to be swayed some kind of way, wait a minute, common sense telling me y'all close to, I mean, you don't, the only friend that you're close to is Obi-Wan Kenobi, Ahsoka Tano, Padme, and the Supreme Chancellor, right? You already got bad feelings about the Supreme Chancellor because, like they say, he's well beyond his service term, right? So all arrows point toward him as something suspect. Now you got Anakin with him. Okay, Ahsoka tells you that a dark lord of the Sith told her that Anakin is who Sidious needs or who Sidious wants, right? Obi-Wan knows that it's a plot against the Jedi. by the Dark Lord of the Sith, and his name is Sidious. You get what I mean? So Ahsoka is the reason why all this stuff happened, man. It's just sad, man, that you get this one character that much responsibility in the whole scheme of this story. Go ahead, you got it.
I agree with you in that probably could have had a substantial difference if Yoda had the knowledge that Ahsoka had. However, when you're saying that it probably could have stopped it, I don't know. It depends on which Anakin you're talking about. Because if you're talking about the Anakin as portrayed from the Clone Wars, then you're right. Because that Anakin, it seems like we never see an angry bone in his body in the Clone Wars until he's flipped. However, if you go by the movie version, Anakin throughout almost the entire movie was pissed off. Because remember, as a matter of fact, he left out of that council meeting because they wouldn't let him be a member of the council. He was pissed, straight pissed. And
because they couldn't trust him because they thought he was too close to the chancellor. They never trusted the chancellor from the beginning, right? So if Ahsoka would have told them that the Darth Maul implicated him as being a intricate part of the Dark Lord of the Sith plan, they would have just took him out of the whole equation. Guess what?
Yeah.
Guess what? You don't have Anakin.
Send it to him.
Well, I look at it like this, man. You know, I don't think Ahsoka Tano should be the focus of the Order 66 plot, man. This whole remaining episodes of the series should have been devoted to Anakin Skywalker, man. You know, come on, man. I mean, we have yet to find out why he's the chosen one. You know what I mean? Why he's gonna bring balance to the Force.
I got a theory why they put that on her, which you kind of hinted on. I think they're trying to prepare for Mandalorian for the next second season. They're putting so much emphasis on Rosario Dawson because, you know, she's this big star. She done played in all these Marvel movies, or Marvel shows, and all the shows she was in had pretty good success. So I think they're trying to set the stage for her to be this super Jedi. Well, and that's another thing we got to talk about. Jedi versus citizen. We got to get to that. But I think they're trying to set the stage for her to have a grand entrance. And in doing so, they sacrifice what we needed to see concerning the transition from good to bad from Anakin to Darth Vader.
Well, I really that one aspect of the show I did not like, man, because like I said, they put too much responsibility on that one character. The other thing that didn't sit well with me, man, was Rex gets a call and he responds to the call with Sidious. He responds to the call, and the call is supposedly Supreme Chancellor Emperor Palpatine. Oh, he wasn't Emperor then. He was Supreme Chancellor Palpatine, right? But when he talks to this guy, what did he call him? He called him Lord Sidious, man. He didn't call him Emperor Palpatine. He didn't call him Supreme Chancellor Palpatine. Rex responded to that order, yes sir, what have you, Lord Sidious. And I'm saying to myself, wait a minute now. How do you even know who this guy is?
That's a good point. Let me tell you why that's such a great point. The council was the one that came up with Order 66, not Emperor Palpatine.
Whoa, hit the brakes. Whoa, hit the brakes. So you mean to tell me the council came up with an order to destroy their own selves?
Well, okay, let me rephrase. Counselor came up with the order. Emperor Palpatine came up with the order under the auspice of Chancellor Palpatine. He did it representing the council. The whole council didn't do it. He did it representing the council. Remember that long, skinny thing? I forgot that thing name. That said he gave that special order. They tried to contradict it. Yeah. The long, skinny thing.
Camino one. Yeah, I know you.
Yeah. So he gave that order to her as counselor. Emperor Palpatine, not Lord Sidious. That's what I'm trying to get to. So
yeah, but he referred to him as Lord Sidious.
So yeah, that's the problem. That's a problem because he shouldn't have referred to him as Lord Sidious.
This is the question I got to ask you.
Okay. And I know what you was finna say about that chip.
He's always referred to himself as Sidious. It's actually his real name, right? But no one is supposed to know his real name unless they are dealing with him as a Sith. And the thing about it is, how did Rex know that his name was Lord Sidious?
The only thing I can come up with on why he might have known his name was Lord Sidious is if when he gave those trigger words, execute Order 66, it unlocked a lot of information in his brain that wasn't accessible to him earlier. That's the only thing I can come up with on that.
Well, here's the other thing. They called him, now let me get it right. They call those things inhibitor chips, right?
Yes.
What does inhibit mean?
It means to block or stop.
Block or stop. That's what I figured, right? So if it inhibiting something, it means that chip was put in his head to keep them from killing the Jedi from the gate then, right?
Right.
If they were actually clones under the subjection of the Jedi Council and the inhibitor chips were in their head, they put those chips in their head to keep them from killing the Jedi until they were ordered to do so, right? To inhibit, right? Well, when you look at it in that respect, it changed the whole game up now. Meaning, the Grand Army of the Republic was actually created not to wage war against the Separatists, but to wage war against the Jedi, man. Think about
the original purpose.
Yeah, had to be, man, because how on earth, man, would Rex know his name was Lord Sidious?
Yeah.
Unless something was opened up in his head when that chip was initiated. I guess I can say something like the Winter Soldier. You know, they put in the right code, or maybe just order. It had to be something. Had to be something. You know, some kind of psychosis or something, man. Because it had to be a trigger. Because any other time they've said Order 66, somebody had to mention Order 66 in their training. If you got all these different protocols to even know what it is, right? Well, if you say Order 66, does that initiate the chip? It can't be.
I'm thinking it had to have like a voice element. It had to come from Emperor Palpatine, because remember, he the one that put in that order for them to have it.
Yeah, man, but Lord Sidious, man. You know, I need some feedback on that, man. Somebody need to tell me why he knew to call this man Lord Sidious, man. I'm kind of at a loss.
That's a tough one. That's a tough one. And it's one thing, I don't know if this got anything to do with it, but Rex was always the one that was somewhat trying to deviate from authority and somewhat go his own way or do things a little different than the rest of the clones. I don't know if they got anything to do with it or not, but he was one that's how he got his position.
Well, you know what? You said something last broadcast. You said that Rex chose to not kill his Jedi. Is that correct? Mm-hmm. Yeah, but on here,
well, he fought it off. Mm-hmm.
He didn't fight it off. Think about it now.
Yeah.
He tried to kill Ahsoka, but he was confused. He pulled his guns out and he hesitated, but he still fired on him. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. In that first exchange, as a matter of fact, they stole that scene straight out of Underworld. You know what I mean? You remember Celine, man? She was shooting in the floor. They stole that. He just did it in the ceiling instead of the floor. But he fired on her, man. It wasn't until she actually removed the chip that he was loyal again.
And that creates a whole nother set of issues we got to deal with. When Mace Windu referred to her as a citizen, yet the clones still attacked her. What you think about that for a second? So, was she a Jedi? Was the order just to attack all Jedi? Or people they designated as Jedi? Because she really wasn't a Jedi at the time.
Well, I don't think Jedi, in a sense, in the order, I think you had to be like an active member, but it's kind of like Mandalorian. You know what I mean? I think being a Jedi is more creed, man. It's not any specific alien species, but once you become a Jedi, you can't unbecome one. I mean, you got the training. You know how to do everything a Jedi does. You know what I'm saying? Even regardless if you didn't have the training, you still had the abilities to do what a Jedi does. And if you remember the Mandalorian, at the end of that final episode, I can't remember what her name is, but the lady, the weapon, the girl that built the weapons, right? Said until you reunite him with his people, you're his father. She was talking about Jedi. So they are a creed. They are a people. You know what I mean? Regardless if you accept it or not. Go ahead.
Here's the problem with that. Based on your definition, because I had already kind of ran it through my head. On your definition right there, why didn't they attack Anakin?
Think about it.
He got a lightsaber. He's trained as a Jedi.
Think about it. Emperor Palpatine christened him, right? Mm-hmm. You not be known as Anakin anymore. Your name is Vader, right? Changed his identity. From that point on, he was not a Jedi. And I see where you're going with it. Jedi, you designated as a Jedi. But
well, you said once you trained as it, you pretty much it for life.
That's right. But think about it. General Grievous had a lightsaber, but he wasn't a Jedi. You get what I mean? It's just the weapon of a Jedi.
So it's got to be a little bit more than just being trained as a Jedi, because otherwise Anakin would have been attacked. So that's just some food for thought.
But you know what? That's the whole point I was trying to make about them doing it like this. Making her the focal point of the last few episodes of this series, man, because it just, everything is still blocked up to me, because I went years, man, thinking, when they brought up this whole thing, this whole idea of Anakin being the chosen one and he was going to bring balance to the Force. I sat back, man, back when I was reading those Star Wars novels before they made them uncanon, right? I used to say, okay, that makes sense. If he's the chosen one, he's going to bring balance to the Force. At the time of the Clone Wars, the Jedi were at their epitome. They were at their zenith, right? By the end of the Clone Wars and the Jedi Purge, you remember, because that's how they referred to it before we got the Order 66. The old books, they call it the Jedi Purge. After that, you only had 2 Jedi left in the whole universe. You had Yoda and you had Obi-Wan, right? Guess what? You also only had Palpatine and Vader, essentially bringing equal balance to the Force. You only have 2 people that was willing to dark side and 2 people that was willing to the light side of the Force, right? But then as time progresses you know, you start getting all these people that were surviving the purge, man. You know, you got Kanan Jarrus, you know, you got Ahsoka Tano out there, man. You got a Baby Yoda out there, man. You got a lot of people, man. That's Quinlan Voss. You got a lot of folks out there, man. That can that have Jedi training, man. That was supposed to be dead, man. So then I'm asking myself, so what does it mean to bring balance to the Force?
I would just finna say that we got to call a timeout on this because where's the balance?
That's what I'm saying.
If some say that the balance is he brought balance to the Force because he gave birth to 2 Jedi, or is he bringing balance to the Force because he killed off all the Jedi that we thought? But is that balance?
It can't be balanced because you find out in episode 9 that the Emperor is still alive, man. I mean, I'm just confused, man.
So where's the balance?
That's what I'm trying to figure out, man. This was the time to explain all that stuff, man. We're not unless they. You know what? I'm gonna put this out there, man. Disney is renowned for animation, right? They can use Disney animation side and clean up all this Star Wars stuff, man. They can have more movies with Luke, Leia, Han, Chewie, not live action, but animation that actually fill in all these gaps, man. Instead of doing a Clone Wars, Star Wars, Rebels, do a Star Wars Galactic Empire, and they got nothing but Luke, Leia, Han, and all the characters that we know. Explain to us what's going on. You know what I mean? Or do a Jedi purge, man. Explain to me what happened to all these Jedi, man, and why is it that you bringing balance to the Force? I don't understand anything, man. I don't even understand why Ahsoka Tano is so important, man.
Rosario. But this is the thing. If they're gonna do that, and use the anime to fill in some gaps, it's one thing they got to do. And I'm gonna tell you why they gotta do this. They have got to give Luke some scenes where he is off the chain. Because for anybody that read all those books that became non-canonical, and he was doing all that stuff he was doing in them books, Luke doesn't get his credit either. Vader doesn't either. But Luke, man, from the movies I like Luke, but from the books I fell in love with that dude. This Joker was doing backflips and force chokeholds and stuff at the same time. This Joker was he was awesome in the books. But then they're going to take that and wipe that all out. So if they're going to do that with Vader, they need to do it with Luke as well. But I agree. They need to do it with Vader first because we got some serious loopholes that are just out there dangling right now.
I mean, okay, here it is. I'm going to say it just like I said it a couple days ago. It doesn't make sense for Vader to be so powerful if we don't know who you actually more powerful than. You get what I mean? Okay, you're a Jedi and you can cut soldiers up, right? But who are you really? I mean, who have you ever beat? Did you beat Mace Windu? Did you beat Yoda? Did you beat Ki-Adi-Mundi? Did you beat anybody? Did you beat Maul? I mean, who are you more powerful? I mean, as far as I'm concerned, they built you all the way up to be this great warrior, and then you got beat by Obi-Wan Kenobi with a move that should have been the same move he used against you on the first. Do you remember that fight? I wish I had the video. I'll pull it up right now. When they was on Mustafar, and Anakin had his back to Obi-Wan, and he was getting enraged, and Obi-Wan was like, "You supposed to be the chosen one." He then said, "You don't know my power," and all this kind of stuff. He did a backflip. I still remember. He did a backflip and came down. It's the exact same thing that Obi-Wan used to kill him. He could have did it the first time. You know what I mean? It just don't make sense, man. I'm talking about let's be practical, man. Why are we being so confusing? I did not like that episode, man. I did not like it. I mean, it was full of action. Cinematography looked great. Yep.
It wasn't full of action, but it had a decent amount.
Man, it was great in that respect, man. But the story, man, I'm like, man, what's going on? What's really going on? And then you got all these major characters that you You ain't telling us nothing. You got Yoda, you got Mace, you got all these characters that people actually really wanna know about.
So
Austin
now,
James Newman said, well, he did beat Dooku in Return of the Sith, or whatever that is. Yeah, Dooku don't count, man, because Dooku.
Dooku would be
How can I?
Ace, wasn't it?
No, you remember Anakin cut his hands off and chopped his head off.
That's right, and pulled the thing out of his chest.
But even that scene right there, when he beat Dooku, right? Dooku initially would fight him and Obi-Wan. You get me? And then all of a sudden, at the end of the battle, Anakin is more powerful than he is. You know what I mean? It just, come on, man, y'all. I don't know, man. He didn't. You know, I agree with you on that, Austin. Yeah, he did beat Dooku. That's his one. We're gonna give him that. But this could have been an episode where we actually see what happens to Mace Windu. Just like I was saying, I hate to bring up old news, man, but Mace Windu at this point was not dead, man. Ain't no way in the world he fell out the window and died, bro. Everybody
help me
fell.
out with something. I'm trying to remember. There was a scene, and I can't remember if it was in a book or if it was on one of the animated series, where Darth Vader held off a fleet in the air. They were, I think they were firing on him or something to that effect, and he held them off, a whole fleet.
Well, you know,
You remember
that's one of the reasons why I think all those books aren't canon right now, because they were doing things in those books that, you know, it kind of took away from the. It's like, man, now y'all Superman. You know what I'm saying? Y'all doing stuff that, you know, come on, man. Why you even fighting now? You know, you got God power. But I never did like when they just made them overpowered like that, man. Just keep it simple. You know what I'm saying? But I'm talking about the here and now, man. I'm looking forward to what's coming down the road for as Star Wars, man. But
So if you had to make a prediction on the next episode, what are you gonna do with it?
it's gonna tell us how Ahsoka Tano escaped, man. We're not gonna get anything with Anakin, man. Here on out, man, it's just Ahsoka Tano. We're not gonna get anything else with anybody else. We're not gonna get any Palpatine. We're not gonna get any Bail Organa. We're not gonna get anything, man. All we're gonna get is what happens to Ahsoka Tano, and then the story is gonna take place this fall when we see her again at the White Jedi Knight, or whatever they call her. You know, that's what we're gonna get. As a matter of fact, no. This episode is gonna tie in with when we see her in Rebels, and then when we see her in Rebels, it's gonna tie when we see her in Mandalorian. Because when we see her in Rebels, it's pretty much what, maybe 5 to 7 years from that point.
Mm-hmm. So how many years is it from that point is Mandalorian?
Well, you figure Mandalorian is 5 years after the Battle of Endor.
Mm-hmm.
So,
that,
the Emperor died, Vader's dead, so it's 5 years from that point right there. That's why they figure Baby Yoda has to be about 50 years old, because he was born during the Clone Wars. That's how, yeah, they figuring it like that, you know. Mm-hmm. Yeah, man. Yeah, it's terrible, bro. I know where you're going. I hate it, man. I hate it. Unless they got something else coming down the pipeline. Animated. Because think about it. If they don't have anything ready to go after this episode right here, it's going to be a lot of canceled Disney Plus subscriptions. You know what I mean? So they got to keep something
keeping it alive.
Come down the pipeline, you know? Yeah. So
that's keeping it alive right now.
And I just went back, man. You know, I watched this episode about 2 or 3 times, man. And I know I didn't say anything about Maul and his performance, but I pretty much gave up on Maul, man, because at this point, man, they made you lose to Ahsoka Tano, man. It's over with, bro. You know? You ain't no Sith Lord, man. You suck. You
You
know
know,
what
I
I
like
mean?
the fight scene with him. I love that Darth Vader fight scene. They copied that from Darth Vader. You know, when he was walking out the hall. But it was pretty tight. I give him that. That was pretty good. But if he being bound by some rope, before they put him in that little case or whatever it was, he was bound by some rope.
Dude. See, I hate when you say stuff like that. Then you just bring out more ideas, man. Stop bouncing off me, man. Look, they had this guy in the box, right? E, tell me this. What does moving your hands around have to do with the Force, man? Even though they got you in a chain up in a box, don't mean you can't force choke somebody, right? Huh?
Yeah, Vader did it from a completely different spaceship.
Yeah, he did it from the TV, man.
Everybody look at it. Yeah.
Vader said your lack of optimism is disturbing, or whatever he said, man. Choke that joke out, man. He didn't use no hands. Yeah, they had them all chained up, man. I'm like, whatever happened to what you call it? Obi-Wan uses it when manipulate their mind. What is it called?
Oh, mind trick.
Jedi mind trick.
Mind trick.
Why he just didn't use the Jedi mind trick and say, "Hey, man, you will let me out of here." You will open this box.
I was gonna say maybe the Sith don't have Jedi tricks, but yes they do because what you call it had it. I can't think of the dude's name. In the last movie with Rey.
Oh, Kylo Ren.
Yeah, Kylo Ren. He used it.
Yeah, man, they gave him all these powers, man, just for him to not use them, man. I don't know, man. It's like, you know, when you work like me and you work, you constantly trying to find the easiest route to a solution, right? You don't work hard, you work smart, right? So when I see stuff, I'm like, man, why you just didn't do this, you know? I just don't get it sometimes. Maybe, you know, maybe that's just them trying to cater to a younger audience, because the older guys are like, man, come on, there's a easier way to do that, bro. Because just like, you know, like I said before, you fought Ahsoka Tano with a blade, man. Why you just didn't pick up and throw out the building, you know, with the Force?
Yeah. I mean, he was throwing guys in the hall. He was grabbing them, throwing them up to the ceiling.
Exactly, man. I'm like, I don't know, man. It's an easy way to kill folks with the Force, you know?
And remember, we said this when we were talking about, when I was telling you about the abilities he wasn't using. There were 3 of them. And one of which was using the Force. He didn't use the Force a damn time with him and Ahsoka fought. Not once. He didn't kick. He didn't use the Force. Like, what? He's a fragment of himself. And now he's walking down the hallway, Force throwing people. Don't even have a lightsaber.
Why he just didn't take the lightsaber, man? I said, man. He said, so you're not going to give me anything to... I'm like, man, just take the doggone thing, man. Yeah, I said, wow, man. Like I say, aesthetically, great looking show, great looking episode, man, but they didn't do anything for as quelling my thirst for loophole closures. You know what I mean? I was not feeling it, man. Like I say, this wasn't what I expected as far as either the Siege of Mandalore or either the Jedi Purge or the 66, man.
Right.
Yeah, so I just said, you know, toss it up, bro. It is what it is, but we will not be getting anything else. I promise you that. From here on out, it's going to be the final curtain call for Ahsoka Tano before she reappears in Star Wars The Mandalorian.
Right.
Yeah.
So Rosario Dawson will take the helm at that point.
I think she'll do a good job being Ahsoka Tano, though, man.
I do too. I think she's gonna end up taking away from Baby Yoda getting all the attention, because Baby Yoda is a teen when you come back.
Yeah, but I don't think
anymore. He's a teen.
I don't think it's gonna be to that magnitude as far as her appearance is. I think maybe she's gonna show up for one episode of Mandalorian. She's not gonna be like a regular cast, regularly cast on that show. I think she's gonna come in on one episode, and I think they're gonna do a spinoff from that one. She have her own.
I'm gonna tell you one thing they better not do.
What?
They better not have Baby Yoda done grew up to look like a teen or even have a teen. After he done spent 50 years looking like a baby, then all of a sudden, a few months later, he done grew 3 feet. No.
But you know what though, man? You know what? I think they're being what? I think they're being real cryptic with their character. You know, I think Baby Yoda is putting off what he's actually capable of. I think he can talk and all that stuff, man. Think about it, man. Even if you can live to be 1,000 years old, it does not take 50 years of development to be able to talk, man. You know what I mean? So I think what it is he just doesn't speak, but he can speak. Mm-hmm. Right?
I hope so, because otherwise he borderline retarded. He's 50 years old and can't talk, but he can move things with the voice.
Exactly. In order for him to do that, man, he actually had some training, man. Think about it now. He actually knew what to do against the guy with the flamethrower. I know we off topic, man, talking about the Mandalorian, but this guy right here, I think he's kind of playing with the fact that nobody knows anything about him, so they can pretty much do what they want to do. The next episode, he probably say bye. What is the guy name? Candy Jars or something. Den Jars. Something like that. Yeah.
Black lightsaber.
No, the Mandalorian. That's his name.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, man. All in all, man. My review of this episode, Star Wars, Clone Wars, Season 7, Episode 11. Thumb down, man. Like I say, I'm
just gonna hold it right there.
I'm not taking anything away from cinematography, all that kind of stuff. All that stuff looked great. Fake scene looks good, man. It just, for me, it was the storyline, man, and I don't like the fact that they putting so much importance on Ahsoka. It's on you, bro.
Okay.
What you give them?
Like I said, I give them 7.5, and that's only because I like the fact that they are making an effort to tie it in. I don't like the fact that they didn't give us. They gave too much emphasis to Ahsoka. About the same as you. They didn't show a transition between Anakin going from light to dark, and I've been saying that from the beginning. That's my main problem with Clone Wars altogether. These last few episodes. Yep.
Well,
and with that said,
maybe they can fix it next episode. But I doubt it.
It's a lot to do in one episode.
We're gonna get another episode of Ahsoka and the clones, or maybe just the clones. You know what I mean? Maybe they'll just tell you how Rex fared. You know what I mean? Because at this point, he's a traitor, right?
Yep.
He killed 3 clones, right?
And all
that's probably what we'll get then. Yeah. Wow, man! All that just to get escape from where are they on this episode? They're still on the ship, right? Escape from the Star Destroyer, and then they go into hiding, man. That's what we're gonna get. That's up, man. All that build up.
I wonder if she's gonna get a chance to see, or even talk to Darth Vader, because at this point he's Darth Vader.
No, she don't see him again to Rebels. Remember?
Oh yeah, that's right. Where they had that big meeting.
Yeah. Shame.
Yep.
Something else you want to bring out too, didn't you, homeboy?
Oh yeah. So, we leave the yard, but we're gonna talk about Star Wars, Clone Wars the whole night. But we do want to get a little tech in there. We're gonna get a little bit of tech in there. So
what you got going on, bro?
We're gonna give you a couple of new tech items that have come out, and we're just gonna get live reaction to it and give you all our opinion of looking at it. Give you the name of it and see what you think about it. We're gonna give a thumbs up or a thumbs down. I guess we can come up with a better name later. If y'all have some suggestions, let us know. But right now, we're just gonna do a thumbs up or a thumbs down on these products. All right, so the first one, this is called a monster box by All Powers, and this thing is supposed to be the ultimate in charging batteries, charging phones, you're supposed to be able to run equipment off of it. Like all that supposed to be running off of that one mobile charging unit. As a matter of fact,
I already hate it.
They say you can charge your car from it.
Man, who's gonna carry that big old battery around, man? That thing humongous, man.
It's huge.
Yeah, man. That's
So,
you know what? I guarantee you, it'll cost more to purchase that thing than it would be just to buy a generator.
You're right. It does cost more than a generator.
Yeah, so
I think it's around about $600-700. Yeah, it gets the thumb down for me as well.
Yeah, man.
It's
I
too
can't
expensive.
rock with that, man. It's too expensive, man.
Right.
What else you got, bro?
All right, so this next one is called MAD. It's a MAD gaze watch.
Okay.
That one might not be able to play. We're gonna have to skip that one. It looks a little crazy. That video didn't come out.
What's so special about it?
All right, so you're supposed to be able to tap your hand or snap your fingers, and the watch responds to it. Like, say for example, it's linked to your phone, and you go to take a picture, and you leave your phone sitting somewhere. You can snap your finger, and the watch will tell the phone to take the picture. It's really supposed to go off of body gestures for the watch. So it costs about the average price. So yeah, I do too. That was one I like, and it's not as expensive as the other watches. I think it's like right at $100.
Oh man, they're gonna sell a lot of those. I might need to get me about 3 or 4 of them, sell them on the street for $400.
Yeah.
What you got next, man?
So that's by. All right. So the next one is ClickBox. This is the new robot that people are buying to go into their homes. It is a self-learning robot.
Hold up. I want to pause this.
Mm-hmm.
Is that fake, man?
No.
That's an actual robot I'm watching now. Is that animation?
That's an actual robot.
So I mean,
where
where else can I get information on? Can you go on YouTube and research this thing?
Yeah, it's called CLIK box, ClickBox.
Okay, so it didn't look real. That's why I asked.
Well, that's one of the things about it. They stuck it on the counter, and then they started playing music, and it started dancing.
Well, I started the video. Go ahead.
And so it does other stuff, like you can change the way it looks, like this dude is doing. But it got wheels that you can put on it, and it'll actually run around the house like a dog. And follow you. And that little screen is like it's one big eye. You see, it's responding to the touch.
Yeah, it looked like one of them memes, man.
Man, the only problem I have with this is if I wake up in the morning and see that thing on my nightstand looking at me, I'm gonna have some issues.
Now doing surgery on you, man. You wake up in the bathtub with some ice cubes around you, man. You find out, man, you got a small pain in your back and your kidney's missing, man. Cause he done called the cavalry and they harvesting your organ. He sitting up there laughing at you, talking about stupid human. Yeah, man. Pass
So
on
what
that
you
one,
get
bro.
out?
You know what? I'm gonna get
I
that
don't
up.
like the way it look.
Yeah, he might be Skynet, bro. What else you got there,
Okay,
bro?
so the next one, this one is AOR. This one is, I think, for those real true germaphobes who are having issues with going out in public, because it's supposed to completely purify the air that you're breathing, inhaling and exhaling. It just looks a little out there to me. And if you notice, it's being worn by like people in medical centers or military people. I just can't see people on the street wearing, like, see a fireman. They don't show people walking around on the street wearing something like this, even though they probably should during this coronavirus pandemic.
Okay.
So what you think? What you give that one?
I don't know, man. It's a bit much, man. You know what I mean? I look at it like, wow, you know, that's y'all doing too much. You know what I mean? But
I'm gonna give it a thumbs up for emergency personnel, but that's on them only. I can't see everyday people wearing that.
Oh yeah, I don't know, man. I wouldn't buy it. You know what I mean? Because you just put a bandana on, man, and that'll take care of that. You know what I
mean? Yeah. All right, and the last one we got. This last one is called 8 Cups. I thought this was kind of neat. It's this actually has an app that you download and put on your phone, because when you drink, you fill it up. It'll keep the water cold all the way throughout the day, and it'll give you reminders through your phone app to drink, regularly. Once you drink that, then you cleared your 8 cups for the day. And it can detect also if you link it to a watch, if you're exerting a lot of energy and need to drink. So I kind of like it, but if they're charging too much for it, then I probably won't go for it. But the concept I kind of like, because a lot of people like myself will want to drink water, but we forget. And this is like it gives you a reminder to drink and measures it. So what you think?
A bit much, man. I go in there. I got a cup right here, man, and it tells me, "Hey, man, you running out of liquid, man. You need to go put some more in there, bro, if you want to keep drinking out of me." I don't see no batteries on it, but it worked just fine, man. You know what I mean? And if I was drinking anything but water, it'd probably tell me, "Hey, man." When I get to the bottom of that cup, it'll probably tell me, "Hey, man, you just drank a full cup of liquid, man." So, yeah, man, I'm going to get that a thumbs down, bro.
He gives it a thumbs down. I'm going to give it a thumbs up for us heavy guys that need to be told to lose some weight, to drink some water.
Yeah, man.
So we split on that one. So we're going to try to bring some more tech next week. We ain't going to do it every podcast, but like maybe once a week. Review about 5 products and see what you guys think. Hey, if you see some products that you want us to check out, let us know, and you can also put in the comments what you think about the products we showed.
Right, man. With that being said, guys, it's about that time. We're gonna wrap this thing up, man. Like I said, Star Wars Clone Wars Season 7, Episode 11. Hated it. Not so much. The director.
So for me.
The director, the cinematography, all that aspect of it was great, but the story, man, sucked. And I really hate where they're going with it, man, because I already know we are not gonna see Anakin, man. So I'm done with it, bro. Anything else before we close out, bro?
That's it. Just if you have any suggestions, comments, ideas, let us know. We'd love to get them on.
Yeah. So with that being said, guys, hit us up, man. Check us out. YouTube, Sci-Fi Eggheads. And if you like the content, man, like always, subscribe to the channel. Share the content. Give us a like. Hey, man, we'd greatly appreciate it, man. So we're gonna take this time now, sign out. You guys check the next go around, man. I'm Yavo, aka Django 3000.
And I am E Murph. Y'all take it easy.
We out of here. Peace.